All right. Day 4, early in the morning, drop the kiddos off. So now it's just go time. I'm tired, man. Not like a physical tired, but an emotional drain. And I think it has a lot to do, and maybe you guys can feed some comments down, or post anything down in the comment section, but it is surprising how much of a mental drain this can actually be, right? Because you're balancing like kind of work-life balance or trying to find job for work, but then you still got your day-to-day tasks. You still got bills to pay and family to take care of and making dinners and helping the wife out. And she works actually nights. So getting her off and then getting the kids taken care of. And then after that, switching your mindset and doing those courses and, you go to bed kind of late and you wake up and do it all over again. And it's a different type of drain. And so I wondered if you make a comment, are you guys feeling the same thing? Do you get that? And how do you counteract it, right? There's so many things that I've watched and tried. The creatine thing, I think I'm going to give it a shot. Rest my soul for my kidneys. Hopefully drink a lot of water and work out and stuff like that. But obviously you got your energy drinks, but they crash you and stuff like that. But it's more of like, how do you keep the mental, and how do you keep your mental energy up? And I think that would be a big thing to talk about, because I think we all feel it. Another thing, today I get to meet with that awesome headhunter that I was actually pretty excited to meet with. I'm excited for some feedback. I'm excited to see what she says with the industry or where she thinks I should go or what I should change or the avenues that we should press. That would be super exciting. And then around lunchtime, I have that consulting gig where the company invited me to come out, talk to them about their operations, talk to them about, they actually have a big supply chain management problem that they're working on. And it's pretty cool. It's right up my alley of what I've done for years. And so hopefully I can make a big impact on that. And that can not be a full-time job, but something to help and keep things going. So I'll try to take you along as much as I can. Obviously I can't show you a lot of things, but we'll kind of give you like a before and after to see what it was like going in, what we thought coming out, what might happen, and then kind of throughout the rest of the day. But I did last night, I did decide, and I don't know if this does it change. So let me back up. LinkedIn, the little green, I've heard the little thing that says open for work. I've heard things back and forth where people say, yes, do it. And then some headhunters say, don't do it at certain levels. What's your thought on that? I believe from when I was searching, there's a lot of algorithms and stuff like that look for open for work. So, but my question for the group is up to a certain level. Does it look cheesy or silly if you're trying to go after like a COO position or trying to do SVP of operations or the head of IT, like different job titles that I've had? Is that something that is needed? Is that something that is looked frowned upon versus I told a couple of people that got let go with me, some of my PMs, 100% put it on there. They're getting people reaching out to them and maybe it's just the algorithm, but is it something that is frowned upon, or something that looks cheesy when you get to a certain level in your career? Or is that just nonsense and you're, screw it, let's just do what we need to do to feel comfortable and move forward. So we'll hit it hard, starting to look at jobs, put in applications, put 4 of them in this morning. And I'm tired, but excited. I'm excited for today. Today will be a fun day, I think. So we'll keep going. If I find anything cool, I'll let you guys know. Just got off the phone with one of the headhunters. And real quick, although they didn't have anything right off the bat, right? It wasn't like a miracle where they said, hey, we got someone, put in your resume and let's go. The amount of confidence that maybe just talking to someone in that industry and field gives you is something that, I don't know, was part of this process. And something that really helped out a ton. So real quick, if you have headhunters, talk to them. They're usually really exciting, at least the the two that I've talked to so far, and especially the last one, super excited to want to know about you and what you're working on and how exciting, like how you're moving forward and kind of where the industry is. They are an amazing like self-advocate of yourself, which is totally cool. So all the stuff that we have been talking about, and maybe we could talk about more about building those connections online. Keep going with LinkedIn. If you see something, bring it to their attentions and stuff like that, that they, have you talked to this person, name drop like crazy. But the excitement of, send me who you are, send me your resume, let's go at it. They're going to tear it apart, which I'm sure we could all use all the help that we can get when it comes to resumes and whatnot. But man, it just energized, get you going. Like I get super excited, especially since this morning I needed a pick me upper. So anyway, super excited. Cannot wait to see what happens with that relationship, how that kind of blossoms. But even more excited to keep doing what we're doing, making videos like this, talking to people online, trying to bridge that gap and the connection on LinkedIn and just see. And I'm sure we'll have a roller coaster. We'll have our up and downs. She talked about it a little bit, that you're going to reach out to people that you're super excited for. I've got a list of like 5 or 6 people. She said, reach out, make these connections, get them to know you. And maybe some of them won't write back. And so that's going to kind of suck and stuff like that. But man, fired up, man. Let's go get it. Like talk to people, start posting. Like this is where it gets fun. We're going to keep that energy and just keep moving as much as we can. All right. Final thoughts for the day. Day 4, still fired up. The meeting with the company was awesome. It was a really good meeting to see everything from their production on how they produce everything and maybe some of the problems and outlooks that they were having on it, which was really cool to see. It took me around the whole plan and let me see what was going on and whatnot, down to talking about teams in general. A lot of what I've done in my career is it builds some of the coolest teams that are the most high efficient and performing teams in the organization, hands down. And we talked a little bit about that, about the mindset of the company and from the leaders and how you take feedback and talking about how you actually should do one-on-ones. What does it actually mean to the people and stuff like that? So I think I've said this before, time and time again, I'm not a patient person. So when it comes to seeing something, wanting to fix it, it's hard for me to sit back and allow things to take their course, right? You talk about companies, they've got to get, budgets approved and they got to make sure it's in their wheelhouse and they have people that can actually, use it and approve it and take what you're actually giving them and really making it something that they can strive for. And, they need to get data and that stuff so we can look at the processes and stuff like that. And sometimes it takes a couple of weeks. So when I came back, the wife came in my office and she said, "Why do you look bummed?" And I just said, I just don't understand why it's so hard. It feels like I know there's a need. I know I have the niche that can help them. They can see it. But why, in my head, why didn't it just hand it to me? Why didn't they just say, "Bro, see you Monday. Let's do this." And that's hard. I think that's internal battles. It's something that I talk with the wife all the time. When you're in work and you're performing and you're kicking ass, that's such an awesome trait to have. The whole team does it. You do it. You go. The outcome and the performance that you get from your whole organization is just mind-blowingly awesome. But when you need to be patient, it's not a very good mindset. So, kind of what happened with the consulting, which I still think it will turn out to be something awesome. Obviously not something that is going to hold me over forever, but it kind of bridges that gap until I can find the next gig. Last thing that I kind of wanted to bring up with people, and I'm starting to see the value in this, and I saw a post and it kind of hit at home. And I'm going to butcher it because I tried to bring it up. I couldn't find it, but I was scrolling through LinkedIn. And what it said is it talked about that you should never stop networking. Normally what happens is people hit it hard like crazy. It takes time. You start networking, you're getting a hold of people, you're finding out what's out there, what's going on. You get a job and then you stop. I did it. I think there's a lot of people that do that. And that's the point when you get the job that you should keep networking. You should keep posting on LinkedIn. You should keep building your portfolio of people that you're connected with. So when shit hits the fan like now, or the boat that we're in, you have a lot better foundation you can rely upon. And one of the reasons why I bring this up is it's amazing what happens when you just ask. To give an example, I just posted on LinkedIn when I got home that I wanted to talk to the community about headhunters. Tell me what your thoughts are, what you think, who is the best, what have you worked with before? And again, it's surprising how fast people will be like, hey, I didn't want to post this out there because I don't know if they want their name out for everybody, but get a hold of A, or this is the person like B, or they got a hold of that person got a hold of me real quick. And the headhunters really started to move. But none of that came freely. And so the point that I want to make before we close this and we go to bed, get ready for the weekend and hang out with the kiddos and that stuff, and then day 5, I'm counting it to be on Monday, is the ability or the power, to ask. None of this would have came to me. None of this is just free flowing. But if you take away anything from the 4th video, if you're watching this journey, is I learned a valuable lesson today about just asking. And it was cool. It was cool to see people come together. And I think you should take that to heart. You should try it. The worst thing that can happen is no one responds. Or a headhunter doesn't reach out to you. Well, guess what? It didn't set you back anything. You weren't owed anything. But the chances of someone saying, hey, I got you, let me help you out, just takes it to that next level. But again, if it doesn't happen, who gives a shit? You're still knowing exactly what you're doing. We're still improving every single day. I tell this to the team, as cheesy as it is, and I'll tell it to you right now. And if I could see you and we were straight face to face, I would tell you the exact same thing, that every single day just improve by 1%. Take that one step forward. And you're going to reap what you sow. That actually improves. And I'm talking about every aspect of your life. So go to the gym. If you can't go to the gym, do something at home. Walk around the block. Get out, go do something. Read something. Learn a new skill. Learn about a new skill. Make your body and your mind and your soul and improve it just a little bit every single day. The same thing that we do with our resume. The same thing that we do when we are talking and we go to the interview. The first one might suck. Well, guess what? We're going to get just that much better for the next interview and the next person to talk to and the next thing to keep going. But don't ever stop improving. It doesn't matter. You just don't. Shouldn't be in your vocabulary. It's not something that you should ever think about. You just keep going. So improve 1% better. Ask is another thing I learned today and that we should be doing. If you need help, ask. If you got a question, ask. And it's, again, people are out there. And if they don't know that you need information, sometimes they're just not going to give it to you freely. So take those to heart. Look, it's the weekend. Let's kill it. Let's go have some fun. If anything cool happens, or if I see something funny on jobs and that stuff, I might make a video that's going to be like kind of the weekend in between the 4th and the 5th day. But Monday, so we'll try to get get our energy up, get ready to go. And thank you for making it this far. If you watch these videos, let's keep going. Let's keep going until we get a job.